to another episode of the Bearded Horror Review. My name's Dan, aka the Boogey Man, and I am joined today by another guest. Today I have Adam on the show. How are you doing, buddy? You okay?
I'm good, thank you, Dan. I'm very good.
Fantastic. So, for those who don't know who you are, do you want to introduce yourself for me, like give me your full name and all that jazz?
Yes, of course. I'm Adam Trezor. I'm an actor, writer, this person, happy-go-lucky person, as you would say.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely see that from your social media and stuff. You're a very happy-go-lucky person for sure. And it's a good thing to see, finally, someone who's actually happy and being positive all the time. It's really good to see.
You got to be happy, you know. Life is short for you not to be happy, you know. So I try to take on that quotation, anything's possible, to be honest.
Yeah. And it's actually true. I mean, if you want to do something, just give it a try. You may not be the best at it, but you know it's possible to do it and be happy doing it. Yeah. Well, so yeah, we spoke a little bit before all of this and that, and we had a chat because obviously you're an actor and you've got some things going on and upcoming projects and all that stuff. It was after I did my interview with Simon that we had a little chat. And so so I always like to ask little things about people's past and stuff. So why acting? What brought you into acting, mate?
Just a passion. The idea that you can tell stories on TV and film, you know. So that atmosphere of comfiness, you know. So like from watching shows like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air down to watching shows like zombie films, etc., etc. You see the whole atmosphere. I like the idea that you can turn a character into a masterpiece. And the weird thing is, we act every day, don't we? We actually act. This world is a stage. I think, it's a stage, isn't it? So just getting into the idea of being a character and showcasing something more out of reach, you know, because it's the same. It's the same thing. Anything's possible, isn't it? Same with the characters in it. To be honest, you can play anything. It just depends on how you break it down, don't you? So like Joker, that is a very sinister character. But the idea, if you think about it, if you watch it carefully, there's a little bit of comedy in there.
Always,
depending on how you break it down, don't you? So going back to your question, so I attended a film screening for something called A Cure Awareness. Yeah. And I had a Q&A with the director. All right. A Cure Awareness is basically a very chilling film. The idea of the film really got me thinking, what I need to do, what do I want to be? I never really thought about being an actor. I just wanted to go to the movies and actually just take note on this is the movies, you know. Who doesn't love watching a Spielberg movie or watching a horror film? You know what I mean? Like, but it was the film itself and the Q&A, because then I was working as a sales executive. The film and the Q&A that really got me thinking about is it time for me to make a shift? Because you can feel it inside when it's time to make a shift, don't you? So I'm a very productive, creative person. So acting is a way of me expressing myself. You know, like all actors. I
mean, that's a great answer. I really appreciate that. I mean, I know exactly what film you're talking about. A Cure for Wellness is came out, was it 5 or 6 years ago now, give or take? Something like that. It's a really good film. It's a beautiful film as well. It's very beautifully shot. It's one of those horror films that's also beautiful to look at. And so I can see why it would kind of focus you there. I mean, I've been through similar things, so I know exactly what you're talking about. You have those life-changing moments that just, they go, okay, I'm making this step.
I mean, that's what it's like you said. It's just a change of environment, and the idea that can the brand of Adam Treasure be something else than just you know what I mean? So it's very the industry is very vibrant, to be honest, for me as a person. I kind of connect with the whole atmosphere of portraying something down to writers, directors, producers. I kind of connect with the whole shebang of the industry. So, I can't explain it, but I feel like I fell in love before I became an actor. You know, I fell in love, and it was a beautiful romance, as they call it.
Yeah.
So I just decided I was going to take the jump.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you got to do. I mean, for myself, like, I can speak for myself. I mean, I put it on in terms of this podcast. I've always loved cinema. I'm like yourself. I've always had a passion for cinema and something. And I needed an outlet, and I've always wanted to do a podcast. And I was like, well, no one will ever listen to that. No one will ever do that. And I just one day went, you know what? I'll give it a go. And here we are. And that's it. That's all it takes.
Yeah, it's true. Exactly. That's a great. What you said is great. It's true.
Yeah.
You never know until you step out the door what you're gonna find.
Yeah. You never know until you try. Yeah.
It's true. Exactly.
So you talked about that and stuff, and then I know you've done a few projects in the past. You've worked with on BBC a couple of times as well, and you've done some great shows on there. And obviously, this being the podcast that it is, it's the horror podcast, of course.
Yeah.
So what's your relationship with horror? Like, what kind of thing? What was your first foray into horror?
Horror. Well, I've got a big thing for Michael Myers.
Yeah.
Serious. I've got that's where my horror picked up. Michael Myers, Jason X, who else? Freddy Krueger. Come on.
All the classics.
That's the type of films I watch. I have had great passion for watching, you know, so especially Christmas, etc., etc. So well, horror to me as an actor is new. Now you understand, every actor goes through a phase.
Oh yeah.
So obviously this year I've been picking up a lot of horror stuff. And it's not just down. I'm an actor, plus I'm also a writer, and I become a producer. So obviously the idea getting involved in like stuff like Camp Lake Pleasant and all the other ones that I'm actually working on right now. It's just the idea. It's just to expand my knowledge on genres, because obviously my stuff is more dimmed down from mini comedies, etc., etc. Comedy from BBC, like Famalam, etc., etc. So, and then we go more into detail. Enslaved, that's more doc series, you know, so more about a writer. So me pushing towards the genres of horror, it's more of an expansion. Yeah, because that's what's kicking off horror. So getting involved in these projects, it has basically expanded my knowledge on character work. So obviously, like we talked about Jason X and Freddy Krueger, them characters are played so well. Not mostly like there's a lot going on, but there's less going on, but the character work is so simple. You know, the horror genre is more, if I catch you, I'm going to kill you. So, yeah, that's the just to get back to it, I go off topic sometimes because I'm really passionate about it. But the idea of me pushing to horror is just basically expand my experience and more my knowledge on the genre itself, and not stay into one box and just try and track myself in expanding experience, like I said, experience and knowledge as an actor. But then again, as a person that loves film.
And I feel like every kind of actor or director, producer, everybody, they should work in horror at some point. It's because it's a very vast like genre of film. There's so much these subgenres in there, but a lot of big actors and big directors got their early starts in horror, and they kind of ironed out the creases. And I think a lot of people don't think that, or don't realize that horror is a lot deeper than someone scary's coming and you're going to die.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at all the big kind of killers, so like you've got your Michael, your Jason, your Freddy Krueger, a lot of it is physicality rather than emotional. So I think a lot of actors, if they don't realize that at first, when you do dramatic roles and things, and it is a lot about emotion and stuff, but you can tell who Jason is just by him standing there.
Yeah.
And you can he can intimidate you by walking at you, because it's his presence that causes that. And you can learn how to build a presence by doing horror and by studying horror.
Yep. It's true. You can really, like, the simpleness could outbe expressive. It's that simple thing that adds to the character.
Yeah.
That tailored personality that everyone catches. You know, like when you record a song, the catchy song usually wins than the more difficult song, right? Same with film. It's just a catchy personality that you say, oh, I know that's Freddy Krueger. Oh, I know that's Jason X. Yeah. Why do you know? Because I just know it's him.
You can be like, well, and I know a lot of them. There's a lot of masked killers that don't talk in films and horror. They're very silent, but they have a presence still about them, and they can create that fear just by doing something. The way they stand, the way they breathe, the way they move. And it's all the subtleties that your brain registers, but you're not necessarily noticing consciously. And that's what horror is very good at.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I noticed you have a few upcoming horror projects.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, and I know you said there's some you can talk about and some you can't talk about. So how about the ones you can talk about? What are you working on at the moment?
Okay, the horror projects that I'm working on, I can't talk because NDA's in it, so I'm just going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But what I'm working on at the moment is Mercyland. That's basically released in 2023. It's basically about a woman, a mum, and a daughter that basically gets trapped. They're on a journey, and it's just to keep it light. They're on a journey, and I'm part of the Mercyland clique. I play Corv. He is part of the Mercyland gang. I can't expose too much, but it's very vibrant sci-fi film, which is going to add a lot of intense eyes. I'm just saying that now. It's really cool. So, but you would say sci-fi. Some sci-fi they have an element of horror in it. Understand? So obviously the same thing we was talking about with Jason, the simpleness of people chasing. So it just adds that reflection of there's two with a mum and a little girl, trying to escape Mercyland.
I mean, I have looked it up and I have seen the stills and stuff that are on IMDb. It does look very interesting. I'm like, it does look very good. And I think a lot of people don't like to label their things of horror, but from what I've read alone about the synopsis and seen in it, there are horror elements in there. If it distills fear in a person, that is horror. And so I definitely feel in getting those vibes from what I've seen from it.
It's got that type of vibe to it. Correct. It's like the idea, like sci-fi can be have horror elements in it, you know. So, but this film is totally different. It's not just like any ordinary sci-fi film, you know? So it's something that a lot of people can relate to, who have kids, or a mother is always going to protect his youngins. Yeah, you see that the catchiness, you know. So so Mercyland is has been completed, but obviously there's going to be more news on it. So that's what I'm working this moment. The others, I can't say that. You know, the weird thing between me and you, the weird thing is when things are in pre-production and you're like, oh snap, or post-production, you're like, snap, I want to talk about it, and you can't even say nothing about it. It's just, it's weird. But the idea of that is just, we're having this now. when they do release, we can come back again and we can talk about it.
Absolutely.
Remember?
And that's I mean, that's something I did with Simon Ellis, who I spoke to the other week. He's got some projects coming up, and I said, like, when you can talk about them, tell me. I've had a few messages from him. We've been talking about things, so yeah, I'll be definitely talking about them, and I'm happy to do that with you as well. I mean, I have had a look on your IMDb. I won't say anything that's on there, but like the few things that I've seen, the few things that they look very interesting. I've put some, not to give away too much, but some fan kind of film creations almost that you're a part of.
Oh yeah, I love people that create fan versions. I'm just waiting for someone to create a fan version of Superman, to be honest. That's what I'm saying. Because it just shows a lot of creative. A lot of producers start from there, so people like create Predator, down to Terminator. They have very good ideas. Like even Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, there was a fan trailer, remember?
Yeah.
That idea turned into actual remake. So
it's incredible how much that started. It goes back to what we were talking about before, of people just taking that leap. Like, how many filmmakers now got their head start on YouTube, just creating stuff for themselves? Like, there's a film that came out recently called Talk to Me, which is an Australian horror film. The twin brothers that directed it started on YouTube.
You see?
Yeah, it's just taking that idea, give it a go. And like, I think a lot of people are scared of something because they're not perfect at it straight away. But like yourself, like you said, you're learning the horror genre, you're getting into it, you're trying to figure it out. And the only way to do that is to do it.
It's true.
Yeah.
You kind of have to take the leap of faith. You can't really stay watching the lake while you just jump in.
Yeah.
Who told you there's piranhas in the water? If there's piranhas in the water, find a way to fight them. This is my philosophy.
Yeah.
Yeah, please don't, just copyright, don't jump in no freaking water with piranhas. I'm just saying.
Maybe put a stick in.
I'm saying. I don't want to be, I'm not blaming, I'm not here to be blamed if someone jumps in the water of piranhas on your show. I'm just saying, the philosophy is jump in the lake, you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah. We officially don't condone swimming with piranhas.
Yeah, I mean, we don't condone that.
No, don't do that. You know what I'm going to do is, if you want, I will send you some horror films for you to do some real good research on, because I've got about 300 in my cupboard over there.
Why you got so many horror?
Because I like it. I just like it, and I'm still one of those that gets physical media. I like physical things, so I've got a collection over there that keeps building. I almost bought more today. I did not. I held back, but I've got loads over there, and I can give you a few pointers, some really good horror films if you want to start dipping your toes really into that piranha-infested water.
You can just send me the ideas, and you can jump in the piranha festival.
Okay, I'm neck deep in it already. Yeah, fantastic, dude. So, Mercyland, when can we expect some update on that?
Mercyland's completed, just waiting now. So obviously, 2000, I think, like probably 2004,
2024.
And then 2023 now, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can't really tell you, to be honest. It's out of my control. So
yeah, okay, fair enough.
Soon, very soon, very, very soon.
Yeah,
just
definitely. Is that what and where is that? Where is it? Cinema?
See, that's what I can't tell you.
Okay.
See, this is film. Yeah, you can't tell the secrets of where it's gonna be.
I know.
You can tell that it's gonna be somewhere very good, but you can't tell. It's not my place to tell.
I know, but it's my place to ask. I gotta try and tease it out. That's eventually, true. You'll say something eventually.
You have to try hard. I kind of contain information very well. I will try. I'll change the subject so many times you won't even realize.
All right, okay. I'll know when I'm pushing too hard. All right. But yeah, honestly, it's been fantastic to speak to you. I really appreciate you taking the time in. I will send you a list of some things. And so for everyone listening out there, where can they find you online or whatever?
You can find me on social media. Instagram is the real Adam Treasure. Yeah.
Fantastic, Adam. And yeah, I look forward to hearing about all your upcoming projects. You have to keep me updated, man. But
yes,
fantastic. And but for now, I'll let you go. But again, I really appreciate you coming on for me, bud. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, we're gonna try jumping the piranha one now. So
yeah, you go. Let me know how it goes.
I'll give you a call. You can jump in too, mate.
I'll be there with you, man. I'll bring a towel.
Thank you, Dad.
See you. Take care, buddy. Bye.
No,